Hi Minnows! Today we're going to be talking about allergies and dry eye syndrome. So allergies, basically they have been known that when we're in the menopause that they can just come on from nowhere. So people have been known to have eczema, to also be known to get dry eyes, runny noses, and difficulty with like asthma and with breathing. So we're sort of saying to people, you know, probably best to sort of take up like yoga or Pilates with this sort of thing, because it's quite weird that out of nowhere that all of a sudden you're hitting the 40s and you never had any of these things and then they come on again. So we also would say maybe eat more citrus fruits because it helps with the immune system, and also flax seeds, omega oils are also really good for the skin and for the immune system and helping out with different stuff. But allergies out of nowhere, I mean, is like, you know, I mean, I haven't got it, but I can imagine, you know, getting eczema or getting something as well as on top of having the menopause is going to cause you to worry. And then the more that you start worrying about these things, that if you're feeling your breathing is, of course, you might go into getting a panic attack. And then from the panic attack, you know, your doctor has been known that people who do suffer from panic attacks, they can be given things like beta blockers. They're not addictable, so don't worry about that. But you can also, if you do get bad panic attacks, you can breathe into a paper bag. And with the breathing, I wouldn't really, if they did suggest it, you know, doing the old squirt thing, because it's steroid again, which we try to say to keep away from steroid. So with all these things, I would just say try taking the natural route and try not to worry, because anytime that we worry, our cortisol levels go up, our adrenalines, our adrenals have to work more, our thyroids have to work more, our whole body gets into a stressful motion, which then of course will make anything that's happening with our bodies. This is Oscar again, if he's making a lot of noise. He's just trying to make himself a little bed again. I did make him one, but he didn't like it. Anyway, then we have dry eye syndrome. I got dry eye syndrome, as we know, I've talked about with my dry mouth syndrome. So basically what happens is that in your eye, when you blink, there are these tiny, minuscule, tiny little holes that you cannot see with the eye. You need a proper, really magnifying glass, like camera, to go in there. Every time you blink, you release a tiny film of oil that goes over the eye. And you don't know that you're doing that. And then over the years, and just getting older and stuff, these tiny little holes, they get dust and they get shit in, and then they just don't work as well. So when you blink, the oil that makes it easy for the eye just to touch and close and everything and do this, it gets dry. Some women, they wake up and they can't even open their eyes, like in the morning, which is very frightening. And they get very sore and very red. Mine water a lot nowadays. Whenever I'm out, I just seem to be like walking the dog or whatever, I just seem to get a runny nose and I get watery eyes, which is really annoying, because I just remember my gran always carrying a tissue. She used to have it under there. Erica, you can answer the door, I carry on doing this. I used to take the tissue and then I used to have to dab my eyes like this and this, and that's what my gran used to do. So it made me feel like I was really getting old, because I was just like feeling getting old, and like my gran used to do, just always carrying a tissue with her and then dabbing your eyes. So that's just one of the other things. Another great one, getting old, the menopause, there you go. And also when you've got like mascara on, or I'd say waterproof mascara is always do it. And then with the eyes, with the eyeliner, etc., keep away from it anyway. It doesn't look that good when you're getting older anyway. Less is more, I feel, with the makeup. It's another thing I was going to talk about as well. Like, less makeup on you, so much better. It's so much more flattering. You know, thick foundation, lots of like thick lipstick and blusher. And that's Danielle just deciding to open the door and do her bits and pieces. So, you know, less is more. So keep up that as well, because also your skin changes a lot as well. So with your skin, it changes. So basically makeup, changes as well as you sit on your skin, the same way as creams are not as good for you, or I noticed that different stuff that I used to use would make my skin flare up. So just take all these attentions and everything, don't worry, it's just Danielle, just take notice that everything sort of changes in the menopause. Skin changes, skin flares up, doesn't like this moisturizer, makeup doesn't sit so well. You know, all these things happen to us. Anyway, hopefully I'm going to have some better news for you one day. But anyway, I just want to say bye, Menos. Have a good day. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I've helped you out with a few of your symptoms. Bye, guys.